Hello, everyone.
Welcome in, everybody. If you're watching this video, you're watching it because we're talking all about Disney cruising today. 101, everything you need to know about the check-in process, the booking process, and everything from A to Z is going to be in this video. And we have a lot to explain to you, so stay tuned and click that like button, subscribe, and where are we jumping into?
Yes, well, we're Everything Disney family. I'm Nicole.
I'm Dave.
And we've been on 4 Disney cruises already. So we are going on number 5 in a couple of weeks. So we did something different with this cruise, as we've always booked our cruises very far in advance. But this one, we did not. We last minute, well, it's not that last minute. I guess we could be a lot more last minute. But I think it was around 40 days before the cruise, we decided to change our spring break plan. So this is even during spring break time that, of course, everything is very busy. But we decided to book a Disney cruise, and we booked a GTY stateroom. So normally when you book a cruise, especially in advance, you are going to select your actual room. Like you can see where the elevators are, and you can be like, I want to be by the elevators, or I don't want to be by the elevators, or you can say I want to be midship, or
on the 6th floor, 10th floor,
yes,
12th floor.
Like you can pick everything, and you can, at the back of the boat, the front of the boat, like you get to
It's very
pick
accommodating
where you want to be. But with a GTY room, you just get to pick the category. So in our case, we did book a guaranteed veranda room. So a veranda is a room with a balcony. So we knew that we were going to get a room with a balcony, but we didn't know where.
We could have ended up at the end of the ship, at the front of the ship, on the side of the ship. Hopefully we're one of those. Somewhere that guarantees a room.
But we're going to be on the ship, and we're going to still get all of the same access to the food, to the shows, to characters, to trivia. We love our Disney trivia on the ships, or not even just Disney trivia. It could be any type of trivia.
I like 90s trivia.
90s music trivia. That was a fun one. So all of the amenities that you have on the ship, you still get access to with this GTY room, and you can book a guaranteed veranda. You could also do a guaranteed ocean view or guaranteed inside room. Those would be less.
But that guarantee just locks you into that room type, and that's it. And then it's a surprise, usually about 2 weeks, maybe
so
2.5 weeks.
I think it was 2 weeks exactly for us, right? We found out on a Friday, right?
Then you get your room assignment 2 weeks before.
So we have our actual room number now, and it's midship, so I'm super excited about that. It's on like a really high floor, so
I'm very excited for that because the food is right above us by one floor.
True, but
buffet, here I come.
Yes, the buffet and the
because
pool
cruises
deck
are floating buffet. So
but I like to be a little lower so that I can be like halfway between like the dinner restaurants and the shows, and then halfway between what's up high. But maybe I'm gonna like being so high. I have no idea.
The pool is like the floor above us, right?
Which also could be loud, right?
No, which means is if I take a broom handle and poke the ceiling a couple times and create a
room
hole,
is gonna be a pool?
And we turn our room into a floating pool. Yes, and we just keep the door cracked so the water flows out gingerly into the ocean and doesn't drown us, and then we're just splattering around in our room.
Well, that all does not sound good.
No.
So, I guess my advice is that you should book a cruise as soon as like they are available for price standpoint. Like it should be like cruise prices normally just go up. But
as it gets closer,
some cases when you're going to book this, like if you want to book a room, like if you want to know where your room is, or if you want like connecting rooms with another, if your family is larger, or if you're going with another family and you want to have connecting rooms, it might be beneficial to book way in advance so that you can get that. Where this like
the guaranteed stay room, it's a cheaper price, but it has all the amenities of a regular room, but you just don't have a room assigned until 2 weeks before, so you have a lot of options.
Yes. Okay, so you booked your cruise, and now you have to check in for the cruise. So this is kind of
it's like checking in for a flight almost.
It's kind of a process. So I made a reel on Instagram. So if you want to check out that reel on Instagram, if you want to like actually see what I'm going to show you here. But anyways, I'm going to pull up that reel.
But before you can even check in, isn't there something you have to submit, like photos of yourself?
Yes. So we're going to go through all of that.
Okay, there's a lot.
Yep. So basically why I say like that you want to be prepared for this check-in process is because you want to maximize that time on the ship. You want to try to get the earliest boarding time you can possible. So I think boarding times start like around maybe like 11 a.m. on the day
10:45,
that you get
11.
on. And like that's, if you have an 11 a.m. boarding time compared to a 1 p.m., like that's 2 hours that you get to have on the ship. You can have a nice lunch. Your room won't be ready yet because there's still, you know, people
Turning
just got
over
off
from
the
the-
ship,
yeah.
you know, a couple hours ago. But I love to, Dave likes to have the buffet for the lunch. I already know that, but we did that the last time, our last cruise. This cruise, we are going to the sit-down restaurant for lunch.
Or we split up. That's the nice thing about a cruise. We're all in the same boat, and we can do our own thing.
Literally in the same boat.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first part that I have here on the reel is that when are you going to check in? So it's going to be midnight Eastern Standard Time based on your Castaway Club status. So once you've been on one Disney cruise, you become silver Castaway Club status. After you've completed 5 Disney cruises, you become gold. And then up from there. So, and then platinum and pearl are after that. I'm not sure
And so
on the
that
number
means
of
you can
days,
all
but
check
a
in
lot. You've been on a lot of cruises.
Earlier than people that.
So
have
if it's
only
your
done one.
first time cruise, you check in 30 days prior at midnight Eastern Standard Time. Silver is 33 days, gold 35, platinum 38, and pearl 40 days prior. So again, like if you're pearl, you're going to get a really good boarding time because you're going to have, you know, you're going to be booking 2 days before anybody else can even get in there. And you're going to be booking 10 days before first time cruisers. So you're likely going to get a good
Port arrival time.
Okay,
And boarding
so
group.
that's
Which
that.
I think for our current cruise, we're boarding group 6, and usually they go out to like 25 or 30. So I mean, we're in good
I have
shape.
no idea. We've always had. Okay, well, here's another trick. We've always had a good boarding group because on our 4 other cruises, they were all out of. No, they were not. Okay, 3 of them were out of Port Canaveral. 1 was out of Miami, and we've always stayed at a Walt Disney World Resort or the Disney sponsored hotel the night before, where they provide transportation. And if you stay at a Walt Disney World Resort and you're going to Port Canaveral, you don't get a port arrival time because you're going to arrive whenever the bus arrives. And then you get a good boarding group too. So that's definitely another trick.
Because you're in the bubble, right?
This case, we're actually cruising out of Fort Lauderdale, and I looked into the hotels that Disney provides transportation to. One was like $1,000 a night, like super expensive. And
Not
the other
happening.
ones just didn't look, I don't know. The one actually looked really nice, but it was more than we wanted to spend. So we're going to try, we're going to see how it is just staying at an offsite hotel and
And we
taking
still
an
have
Uber
boarding
in.
group 6, so we're in
Yes.
good shape. And we just got the Uber to the port. No bus.
No bus.
Negative
Okay,
bus.
so what do you need to do the check-in process? So you're going to need a photo of your passport or birth certificate.
You're going to need a cruise booked.
You need a cruise booked, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, because if you try to check in without a cruise booked, you're not doing nothing.
That's true. Okay.
Yeah.
So a photo of your passport or birth certificate. Okay, so another thing is headshots for each guest, which I'll show you what my headshot looked like as we go through this process. You're going to need your credit card info. You're going to need emergency contact details. So you're going to need somebody's name and phone number. And then you're also going to need your travel plan. So you're going to need to put in your flight information so they know. I don't know why they need that, but they do.
Because what if you're driving? Do you say, I'm driving?
Yes. Okay, so at midnight Eastern Standard Time of your day, this is what your app is going to look like. And so you click check in. And then I think that's from the app, but then I think it takes you to a website. So here now it says, online check-in again. Okay, so here is where
And you don't need the whole family to be up at midnight to check in. Only one member of your family needs to be up. Just make sure you have those headshots available.
Okay, so here's
For
the
the whole
information
family.
that you're going to enter in passenger info, and it's going to just be your address, phone number, email address for each passenger. Date of birth is on there. Okay, so here is where you're going to upload a photo of your passport. So you just click upload photo. And so I would already have like, take a picture of your passport the night before, like, and of your whole family's passport, like have that all ready.
Also, you don't have to get out of bed at 12 o'clock at midnight. Everything is already there.
I did have to get out of bed this time though. I forget what it was for. I think it was my credit card. I don't think I had my credit card info
Linked.
Or like, I thought it would be linked, but I needed like, so I did have to get out of bed and I was like, oh man, because I did go to sleep and set an alarm for midnight. It worked. Okay, so then you need to add a security photo. So like, here's where it says add a security photo. So here is mine. They just want like shoulders up. I know it's kind of blurry. A shoulders up photo. And that's going to be like when you get on and off the ship, like that picture is going to pop up and they're going to look at you and look at the picture and be like, okay, yeah, that's her.
And they'll go into detail, like what it needs to be a white background, can't have any ball caps, so on and so forth.
Oh yeah, I wonder if it says all of that here.
Yep.
Well, anyways. Okay, so you submit your photos and again, take these the night before. Like, you know, be prepared. And
or you can wake the littles up at midnight and get that nice bed head.
Oh my
smile.
Gosh. Oh, I know what I was going to say too. So this photo is also the photo that will come up when, like if your kids are in kids club, like in the Oceaneers Club, when you go to check your kids out, you know, you'll scan, or I don't know, I guess you scan your card or Magic Band or whatever, and then your picture is going to come up.
Or maybe after all day your kids playing at the kids club, they might look what they look like when you took their photo at midnight right out of bed and their hair's all crazy.
Possible. Oh, yep, here's perfect. So take these photos in advance so that you can check in at midnight. So do's. It has to be a color photo with no filter, from shoulders up, looking forward, face clearly visible, only one person in your photo. Don't use any citizenship ID photo, no hat or object on your head, no sunglasses, and no other people or objects in the photo. So here's the little list that you will see. Okay, moving on. Okay, so next you need to put in...
I have a question for you. Maybe you can answer this for me. What if you have a service dog? Do they need a picture of the service dog?
No idea.
To link them to the cruise?
No idea. Have you ever seen a dog on a cruise ship?
I have.
Really? I don't remember.
Yeah, service dog.
Okay.
So I wonder if they need a photo of them.
Maybe.
That's a good question. That's something we should know.
I have no idea. Okay, so next you have to enter in your emergency contact info. So it looks like you just put the name, phone number, and relationship. So that's the screen there. Okay, so then you enter your travel plans. So it says, are you flying in for your cruise vacation? No, yes, both ways. Yes, before the cruise only. Yes, after the cruise only. You're going to put your incoming flight. You're going to put the airlines, the flight number, and departure city. This is what that looks like. Okay, so then you're going to select your port arrival time. So if you do this at midnight, you have the best selection. So it looks like when I did this at midnight a week or two ago, I was able to select the 11:15 a.m. time. And maybe you know that, like, I mean, you shouldn't fly in the morning of your cruise, but maybe you want that 1:45 time. I mean, if that's what you want, that's great. But we were able to, like, here's an example of all of the cruise times, or of all of the port arrival times that, I don't know if that's too blurry, but we were able to select that 11:15. And then, okay, so then you will be assigned a boarding group. So we were assigned boarding group 6. And here is what that looks like. I just covered, I don't know what I covered there. Oh, I think it's a QR code. So that's what that screen looks like. Again, the earlier the boarding group, the earlier you get on the ship. And yeah, so then this is, it says you're set to sail and that you can view your port arrival form. So the port arrival form is like, they want you to actually print it out, I guess. I don't know, I've always printed it. It has a QR code on it, and
then a lot of things are happening meanwhile after you check in, because now you're waiting for your luggage tags to arrive in the mail that you're going to need for your bags that you're going to drop at the port when you first get there, that are magically going to show up at your room sometime throughout the first day. And they'll be outside your door. You just got to bring them in. Yep. You got to make sure your excursions are all set up. Make sure that You got
Ooh,
medicine.
another thing too is if you want to do the royal gathering. If you have a princess lover in your group, then you will want to book that royal gathering, and you should. If that's something that's really important to you, you should book that before you, like at that midnight Eastern Standard Time on your day, you should book that before you even go to select your port arrival time. Because especially if you're silver, like you might not get it. If you have more status, then you would be more in it. But if you're a first time cruiser or silver.
But a little keynote to that is that they
Yes.
do make some available slots available for people just walking onto the cruise ship. It might only be like
So go to guest
10%.
services.
But as soon as you get
Because
on the
that's
ship,
what we've always had to do in the past. For this trip, our daughter's now 12, so
she's not interested. She's going to be in the kids club. And we'll be flying solo on the boat.
And also, this is what your account's going to look like after you do that check-in. So it is going to say pending review, or what does it say? Pending approval. I think that ours still says pending approval. So don't worry if yours still does.
What's that thing on the bottom that says error, more info needed?
That does not.
Oh, okay.
So we have onboard account is complete, traveling with children complete, travel plans complete, and port arrival time complete. And I think that's the end of this reel. Again, if you want to see this information, watch the whole reel. It's on our Instagram. Actually, and it's on our YouTube also. I'm sure it was posted as a YouTube short.
I'm sure of it. Yeah.
Go watch it.
Watch all the info. Hopefully we didn't hit you guys with too much information in this video, but this is all about checking in and preparing. And this is one part of it. There's so many other parts.
Yes. So stay tuned because we are going on the Disney Dream in less than 2 weeks.
Less than 2 weeks.
And I'm sure that we will post, what are we going to do? Like one full video for the Disney Dream and then maybe a Lookout Cay?
Yeah.
Lookout Key is probably Lookout
We've
Key.
never been.
We're going to the new island.
New island.
In the Bahamas. And from what I understand, Disney only owns like a portion of the island. It's not like Castaway Cay where they own the whole thing. This is like regular locals live on this island. But
so we
Disney,
can go explore and meet friends.
Yes. I'm excited to see the new island. This is only a 3-night cruise, so it's going to be like so quick. We've never done a 3-night.
But this is going to get us to the gold status.
Yes.
That's a thing, and we're not going to be in Denver.
Unfortunately, I mean, Denver
that's where we were
great,
supposed to go.
Well,
we did
we're
a
going
detour.
to Fort Lauderdale instead.
Yeah, so lots of fun stuff to look forward to on our channel. So stay tuned, and we can't wait to bring you guys on the boat with us.
Yes.
Until next time, everybody. Hopefully this was very informational. You got lots of knowledge, inputs from this video, and we'll catch you guys next time, all right?
Bye.
Bye.